EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Keep playing hard. Protect. 180.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
One touch.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Easy. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On first down, counter plowing ahead for about... It'll be 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You gonna see me in your run. You gonna see me in your
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he finds McDonald. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Real. Hey, wahoo! 50's the mic, 50's the mic. There's a party now. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Mayfield to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and touchdown Steelers.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Carson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Kramer throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. Third down here.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. These two teams all tied after one. on second down now. It's Carson. He's to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Conner on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, does it bring in your tight end?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
On the double. Hey, Delta. Get it.
From the gun, Kramer. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
30 base. 55. Go. 55. 55. Eat.
Off the play fake. Kramer. Flushed out right. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing, Mayfield. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. David Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Does the big boy have the juice? Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Following the interception, Mayfield. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. David Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Watch it,
Looking to throw. Kramer. It's complete to Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Operating from the gun. Kramer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Kramer. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Back to throw. Kramer. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw. Kramer. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Runs over it, and he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They run again with Carson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Again, it's Connor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
Mayfield off the play fake. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Set, 180.
Mike 50. Hey, 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 hey.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
To throw again. Kramer. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 15, Ronnie. 15 more. He's not going to get me. Check. Come. Let's go. Let's get it.
Off the play fake. Kramer. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Down. 60 or. Undercut.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
On the set.
To throw on 2nd down, Kramer. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
Ready?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Kramer toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Play fake. Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
At the 38-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check. Fresno.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Carson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Marr on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Mayfield now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald with time running out, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Hopkins with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.